welcome if you new, forgiving your lateness. You streaming in your car, then let it ride. If you on the YouTube, like the video, subscribe. You are now tuned in to the TSP. You are now tuned in to the You are now tuned in. You are now tuned in to the TSP.
Yes, sir. TSP, episode 182, season 7. We're here. We're back. I'm your host, Bobby Hall, and with me, as always, my co-host, Dylan Savage. D'Lo, how you doing, my man?
What's going on, Bobby? What's going on? It's been a long time. Good to be back on the mic.
3 months, like 3.5, maybe 3.5 months. It was nice.
I was counting.
It was a nice break. We took a longer break than usual, but season 6 went for a pretty long time because I think we had discussed back at the end that we were maybe talking about springtime, cutting it loose, but we wanted to make sure we were able to record for the big 5-year anniversary to make the end that much more special, and it did. With that, all them videos of the people, former guests, shouting us out, and it was great time. But as you guys have probably noticed right off top, I said co-host, singular, not co-hosts. There's not a second bearded man here, and that is because Joe the Greek has decided to hang up his mic for now, at least for being full time on the show. So it's back to Dylan and myself, back to the old ways, the old days. I think we did 120 episodes, just you and I. So this, just be like riding a bike. It ain't too different.
Yeah.
We'll definitely, miss having Joe in here to, bring the laughs, the barbecue content, the weird noises, all the things. But
The random
touch
desk
on that
objects.
a little bit is originally we talked about coming back in September. But we kind of pushed it back to October to give us just a little more time. We always like to put a fresh coat of paint on this thing every season. So that was the plan there. And Joe, he wasn't super responsive in our little 3-man group chat. So as the weeks grew closer, I reached out, and me and you, we had some discussions talking about maybe we'll have him on every other week, or just kind of figure out some alternatives, because last year, he missed a lot of weeks just for, different things. His family, they like to do all kinds of stuff together. Farmers markets, they like to run errands together. They like to go to eat, all this stuff. No problem with that. That's cool. I totally get that. If me and Tori kind of had more matching schedules, that's probably the kind of things we'd be doing as well. But that's just not the case. So I'm a little more open, as you are as well. And there were some times, even when he could record, we kind of had to rush through because he had to go to A, B, and C, go to his in-laws, go to this and go to that. So we thought maybe if he's on every other week, that'll kind of help alleviate some of that in his life, and kind of open things up a little more for the show as well, and kind of just be able to do our thing and not have to worry about hitting that specific time frame. So I reached out, I texted him on the side, just said, hey man, I'm thinking you come on every 2 weeks and kind of just bring the same thing you've been doing, the barbecue stuff, and just whatever, man, goof off, talk some shit, whatever. And he had hit me back saying that he was 50-50 on doing the show at all. He said that he enjoys talking to us, he enjoys doing the show, it's fun, but sometimes I guess it felt to him like a chore, and he doesn't have a lot of free time. So the little free time that he does have, he wants to spend it with his wife and kid. More power to him. There's no issue on that as well. I told him, if you're 50-50 this close to us getting the wheels rolling again, I would probably just say, me and Dylan can just, do our thing and go back to the 2-man operation. And he was totally cool with that. He's definitely down to do, some standalone episodes. Dilo, we're in the middle of Joe-tober, so maybe we'll get him on sometime this month. If not, we got Jovember. So there's options. But we'll try to get him on here sooner than later so he can kind of, maybe share some of his thoughts on that, or maybe explain some things from his side. But I feel like I basically got that nailed down. But yeah, he wanted to step away, and obviously, I mean, this isn't some big time operation or anything, so I had no issues with it. And really, at the end of the day, it just kind of makes things a little bit easier for Dylan and I, and probably for him as well. So everybody wins. But Dylan, I kind of did the heavy lifting on that side of things with him, but I mean, I kind of was relaying all that information to you, so I assume you kind of share the same sentiments as me.
Yeah, well said. Couldn't say it better myself. He's gonna be missed, and he's not gonna be gone forever. I mean, like you said, he's gonna come back whenever he has the free time, when he has the availability. He's more than welcome to come back. That's not just for the shows and podcast recordings, but also for any vlogs of the future and so forth. At the end of the day, like I said before, go home or go home, and Joe decided to go home. So
yeah, so straight up, at the end of the day, if I would be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed, because this is a great avenue for us three to stay in touch and be able to kind of keep each other involved in our lives in a sense. All them trips that we took together were just always a blast. A lot of laughs, just a lot of good times, and just kind of pick me ups, because it's stressful, day to day life, man. So being able to kind of put all that kind of shit aside and just enjoy yourself with with your guys a couple hours a week, is great. So on that side of things, it'll kind of suck to not have that as much, but it is what it is. So we'll definitely always be a part of this show. He was with us like 60-ish episodes, and some of you guys, when we first started doing this show, like with video, we brought him on the show. That dude would come on every week, and he was way bigger. He was on oxygen, if you remember that. I mean, there were some weeks when he was with us, he would try to go without it. So by the time we're done, like, he's fucking going through it and shit, just because he didn't want to be on camera with that stuff on. And
Right.
it's just, I only say all that to say it's awesome, because you see where he's at now. He looks like a whole different dude, and he's just killing shit, physically, at work, professionally, mentally, all that stuff. So just see where he's come from to now is awesome. And I really do think that we were able to help him in a way, because those days when he popped in with us, 2020, late 2019, those are kind of some dark times for him, because he was going through a lot of shit. So being able to come on here, like I said, throw all that day-to-day stress and shit aside and fucking talk shit with us, kind of helped him get through some of that stuff. So I would like to think that TSP was kind of a nice little outlet for him.
Maybe a little TSP rocket was strapped on, possibly.
Sure, yeah, I would say. I mean, he's got a new truck. He's this big smoker and grill guy.
We love to take credit for other people's success, and but I mean, the proof is in the podcast.
We love Joe the Greek.
I wish I had a good impersonation. I'm just not a good. I'm just good at making like weed whacker sounds and shit. So
and slogans, man. Look at the shirt. You know what it is. Like you said, we told Joe go home or go home, and he went home.
Sounds like you don't have an option, but you really do.
Yeah, 100%. So, yeah, shout out to Joe the Greek. All love, man. Zero beef, zero issues. we'll try to get him on, maybe a couple times this season, and hopefully here in the next, I don't know, 3-4 weeks, if he's got to open, Saturday night, we'll bring him on. So we just wanted to touch base on that off rip, because as soon as you tune in, you're wondering where the hell he's at. So there's that.
Well said. Well said.
But anyways, D'Lo, hell of a summer, at the whole house. As of late, there's some headaches that I'll discuss, but hell of a summer for us, man. We got to do Hocking Hills, third year in a row. That's kind of become our like annual family tradition. Love going out that way. Spent an awesome week there, hitting the trails and just enjoying kind of being off the grid. And then about 3 weeks later, after that, it was a little impromptu actually, but for Tori's birthday week, we went out to Tennessee, like Knoxville area, Pigeon Forge. Got to check out this Titanic museum, which was pretty cool. Finally got to experience Buc-ee's, which I have a video that's like half-ass edited and stuff, but I didn't get as much footage as I thought. So when it is done, it'll probably only be like probably 5-minute video compared to like, like 15-20-minute videos of prior. But what an experience, man. What an experience. It definitely lived up to the hype. I can't wait till there's one built, around here to go back and check it out, because there's a few things that I really like. I fell in love with the salsa, these little beaver nuggets, man. Those things were incredible. The beef jerky and all of the like hot food they serve was incredible. So, yeah, man, great stuff. And even though it's not a vacation, it was about 3, maybe 4 weeks after that, we got to go for 2 days to Great Wolf Lodge to celebrate my boy Jackson's 6th birthday. So that was good, man. Summer was really great. But I mean, it was like basically as soon as summer winded down, that's when all the fucking just homeowner fucking shit boulders and stuff started falling on top of me. Because I had these guys come over because they were running some like cheap deal to get the furnace and the AC tuned up. So I had them do that, and then they're like, "Well, your AC is fucking like 18 years old. You really should probably get it replaced." And my furnace isn't as old, but I figure if you're gonna get that done, you might as well do them both, so they're like on the same
Yep.
wavelength as far as age and stuff. I don't want to have to do this now and then possibly 2 years down the line or some shit have to get the same shit done with the furnace. So you got 10,000 minimum staring me in the fucking face. So I've been trying to like start to save for that. Next year, I didn't get to go to Japan this past summer like I had planned, so that was kind of the plan for next summer, but we'll see. That's kind of in jeopardy. And then 2 Sundays ago, Tori's getting ready for work, and I don't know, she was able to shower and something else, but she went to go brush her teeth, and there was no water and shit coming out of the faucets. So we live on a well, so kind of did my Googles and shit and kind of figured out that it was possibly the pressure tank out in my garage, or it could have been the pump out in the yard there. But yeah, I had to have some guys come out that following Monday, which shout out to Bob's Plumbing in Lucky, Ohio. If you got any plumbing issues at all, I would call them up. I call those dudes right at 7 when they opened that morning, and they had some other people that they already had on the books, but since I was like, yeah, we don't have any fucking water, they put us at the top of the fucking list, came that morning, and kind of got us all set up, fixed, got our water back running and stuff. But of course I had to get the well pump and the pressure tank fixed. So $2,800 right there, smack me in the mouth 2 months before Christmas. So it's just like every 6 months, man, it's just some kind of homeowner fucking bullshit, it's rough. And there's just all kinds of little other things that we want to get done, like our back patio door needs to get replaced, windows, I'd like to get new carpet at some point, and privacy fence, all kinds of different shit. And all that I just listed there, that's probably fucking 50 grand altogether, including with the AC but it's just gotta be one thing at a time. I gotta have fucking AC, gotta have
Right.
that. But
That shit
yeah,
fucking
man.
sucks, dude. And it probably all gets fucked up after warranty is expired and all that shit. So it's like, that's great. And like you buy the house as is. I did something like that too. Trying to think of anything that happened to me. Obviously, the furnace situation I discussed probably last season or the season before that, where I had the same situation, but it was the opposite, where my furnace went out during the middle of winter, and I needed. Luckily, there wasn't like snow or anything; it was just cold. So, but when they were doing the inspection on the furnace, they checked the AC unit as well, and they were like, "Hey, this thing's same age," and pretty much elaborated what you did, saying, "Hey, if we can do this now, just get it all in the same bill here, and you can actually save some money if you do like a combination deal." And I was like, "Yeah, I could do that." And then I got on their like rewards program where it saved me some even more money, where I just pay like more like a monthly subscription that has the finance on there, but with the deal with I got through Stevenson's Heating and Cooling. I'm not sure if you have it up there in Toledo area, but it's here in the Dayton area. It's a great plan. I have no bad things to say about it. They come out 24/7. I'm on the rewards program, like I said, the subscription base. So they come out. There's no charge for them to come out to look at anything. They can change filters. They can do the winterizing and all that stuff. Clean it out. Do yearly maintenance checks, all for free. If like a part needs replaced or anything like that, it's on their dime. Like anything like that under I think it's like a 10-year warranty with these new units. So that's always good. At least, I mean, at least that's like a weight off your shoulders. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, it's not like you're writing a check for $16,000 or however much it costs for both units.
Yeah.
But I guess that just depends on the square footage of the house and how much power you need and yada, yada, yada. But kind of the same deal. You never go through these things when you're renting. It only happens when you finally own something of your own. But at least it's out of the way early. And you're getting these things done for a maybe more of a brighter future. So you can do those things with the carpet and fresh coat of paint and privacy fence. I think the privacy fence alone is going to cost you a pretty penny. I think the last time I looked a couple years ago was like $4,000 or $5,000 for a fucking wooden fence.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's tough. It's tough, but it's just all a part of the program, man. So we'll get it figured out. I'm actually talking to former guest, one of my good buddies, Anthony Anderson, because he's a big financial guy and he's gonna help. He's offering this thing in the month of October to kind of help you get set up with a plan to, because there's this whole thing. It's 50, 30, 20. I don't know if you heard that. I wish I would have known it a lot longer ago, but it's like the budget rule.
Yeah.
50, 30, 20. So it's like 50% needs, 30% wants, 20% savings. So that's like you'll just break down, kind of put like a ballpark, because obviously for you and me, like we don't make the same shit every week. You know what I mean? There's different variables and stuff, overtime, whatever.
Sure.
So I kind of find like a little bit of a middle ground there. Type that number in, and then it kind of gives you a breakdown of how much you need to save per week, for that stuff. Because obviously your necessities is going to be like your mortgage, groceries, whatever the fuck, man, gas, if you got credit card payments or anything like that, childcare, etc. And then like the 30% for wants is like going out to eat. They said like streaming services, probably clothing, or video games, or for you and I, I'd probably put gambling, in that little thing there.
I mean, some would say that would be part of the 20%. treat
You
the
would
gambling
hope.
like a Roth IRA or a Roth
Yeah, I
gambling.
wish that's how it was, but it doesn't accrue any kind of interest. It seems to kind of fly away and then stay. But
Hey, stock
and then yeah,
market is
20%
fluctuating.
savings is kind of with the shit you want to put away for a vacation, rainy day. Possibly invest. Down payment on shit because I got a deal. I got a 2010 Chevy Silverado, and she's still purring, runs great, but that's kind of on borrowed time. I got 150,000, 60,000. So
Really?
I take care of it pretty well. I
I
keep
don't
up
drive it very
on the oil
much.
changes. Wink, wink, and
Hey, I got
I
full tank though.
do you? Well, there you go. Full tank of oil.
Full tank of gas. Wink, wink.
So I'm hoping to get 40, 50K more miles. Obviously, I would love to upgrade, but you take a look at fucking, especially trucks. I'm already worried about the money I got to spend to keep, for the upkeep of this place. I mean, you're looking at 70 grand for a truck.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking myself. I got a 2016 Sonata, and I already have over 120,000 on it. And then I have like the shit where like the timing solenoid's going out on it. So like the shifting isn't, it's very inconsistent with the shifting. It's not a transmission issue. It's a timing solenoid. So it's a issue with shifting through the gears and the timing of all that bullshit. I'm not a mechanic. I'm a podcaster and a father. So
And a gambler.
and an absolute degenerate.
Sharp.
Not yet. Sharp in training. But we are hoping maybe not in the near future. I'm looking for the good price here. But your boy is trying to get a little taste of Lunitas Lane and get himself a Mustang again.
There it is. Let's go.
But I'm going to keep the Sonata. It has no trade-in value. So I'll keep that as like a work vehicle and have more of like a luxury vehicle. So I ballparked of like the average MSRPs and the monthly rates based on my credit and all that stuff, and been putting away some cash and simulating as if I were to have this increased insurance / car payment of what I would expect it to be, and just stashing it away and trying to live off whatever I would have left as far as that. So I mean, it's been going good so far, but just haven't found a good price where like I would want to pull the trigger on it. Because I mean, obviously, you look at a price, that's not the actual price. So you go in there and get fucking ringed out a little bit. So we'll see. I mean, it's not as intriguing as it was maybe a couple months ago, but I mean, it's nice to maybe like have that savings, I guess.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I mean, I ended up saving money because I'm stashing away that money regardless.
Yeah, man. Money. So I'm looking forward to talking to AJ on Monday, just to kind of have him give me, some tips and stuff like that to kind of right the ship a little bit. Because yeah, I had started to really put effort into savings and stuff for shit like house issues and stuff, and then sure enough, it's got to get completely depleted, almost off rip. So talk to him and just kind of jot some shit down and kind of try to follow that map and get because here's the thing, like I come from a lower middle class family. I never went without. My mom did a fantastic job. My older brother always had clothes. Christmases were awesome, birthdays. But in between those times, there wasn't I wouldn't go. I wouldn't be able to go up to her on a random week and be like, "Hey, mom, I want to get this video game." It ain't happening. You know what I mean? You gotta wait till your birthday. You gotta wait till Christmas. Whatever. So, I had some friends that they could go be like, "Hey, Dad, Mom, I want to get this brand new video game." Like, sure, here you go. Let's go. They were, had a little more, blessings on that side of things. But so I think because I've always been shit with money, dude. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like
Yeah.
back, especially during my year, like I'm working 40 hours a week, making good decent money at the time, especially for a kid living at home. I never put any of that shit away. It was gone every week. I'm buying fucking dope, spending on fucking shit food, alcohol, going
You're
out.
living on the 100% want method.
Yeah. So
Same
that
here.
carried over, especially because I'm making the most money I've ever made in my life. You know what I mean? And even after paying the bills and taking care of all the shit and stuff, like there's usually a decent, little piece of change left. So for the longest time, it'd be. I mean, you can see all the shit behind me, fucking Dragon Ball Z stuff, toys, just little collectibles and shit. Where I could have tossed that aside and saved it. So in like the last like 6 months, I've gotten a little better, but I want to get even more better to where it's just whatever I got put aside, put most of that or a good sizable chunk of that in the bank, and then if there's
Those
some
are
shit left
mostly in
over,
boxes, right?
huh?
Behind you, those are mostly still good condition in
Yeah,
boxes. Would
yeah,
you sell them?
sure,
And you should shoot your shot, dude. I know Jen, she got
yeah.
this
Money
record from
talks.
this Korean pop band. Don't even ask me what name it is, but she's really into Korean pop. And the record came with like these, it's like cards, like baseball cards, but it's their pictures on it, the Korean pop singers. And she sold one of those cards for like $29, dude. $29 for a picture of a Korean pop star on a card. And that paid
What's up?
for the record and like a couple extra bucks extra. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I don't even know how the
So like,
fuck
I mean, like Pokemon cards, for instance. There's cards out there that cost millions of dollars. You might be sitting on a fucking gold mine behind you, Bobby. You don't know. That could be. You could have something that some other dude has, like all the others, but that one he can't find is sitting right behind you.
Yeah,
He'll give you $500,000 for it right now because he has the
if I could
fucking
change
funds
that,
for
but
it.
yeah, I mean, I have a very limited edition Reese Reese Puffs box.
Yeah, you spent like
Wish I
$40
could
for a
fucking
box of cereal.
yeah, but I mean, as soon as I got it though,
What does that cost now?
you could I could sell it for like probably 4 times the price.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So
Is it cased or just the box? You have it
oh, it's
cased
in the
up. Right?
case. Yeah. I don't know how the fuck. Oh, there we go. So you can kind of. I don't know where the fuck it's at. So it's
You
on
can
the
share your
right
screen, can't you?
there. It's on the right here. You can see Goku there. It's holographic and shit, but it's it's encased. So, hold on here.
Let's see
Can
if I
I
can
share
pull
my
you up here.
screen?
Whoop. There we go. That right one.
Oh wait, okay.
Far under there. Who's that? Goku?
Yeah, on the right there. Yeah, that's Goku there, and it's holographic. So when you like flip it around a little bit, um, he turns Super Saiyan. But it's pretty cool. But and then up top there, I got a big Blu-ray box set, a collectible Blu-ray box set, right next to my what is that? My left ear. That'll probably be worth some change at some point. I got a million fucking collectibles behind me there, so we'll see. I mean, who the fuck knows? But
That's something I wish I had a collectible of. I was talking to Jen the other day. I bought myself some cologne because I guess I'm in that part of my relationship where I buy my own cologne now. And you know, it ain't cheap. So I'm thinking I'm gonna start. Like, I never know what I want for Christmas. My mom and like other family members or whatever, they're like, "What do you want for Christmas? You start making your list now, yada yada." And I don't know what I'm gonna have for dinner that night, let alone what I want for Christmas 2 months from now. So it's like, and like, I think we're in the same boat when it comes to this. If we want something, I think we make the money to just buy it ourselves if we want it that bad. And then like anything that we don't want to buy ourselves because of the price, we're not going to ask someone else to pay that price for it, you know? So it's like
Yeah.
anything I want that I
But
wouldn't
that
buy
goes into
myself.
what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I'm in the position now where, like, for the most part, unless it's something extravagant, if I want it, I can fucking buy it. Like, I mean, all this shit behind me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, and I'm
Um,
not going to ask someone else to fork up the cash for something I'm not going to fork up for myself.
yeah.
So it's like I can ask for it, I can put it on the list, but I'm not expecting you to get it. So I think cologne though might be right there at that borderline of how much it costs these days. And then your boy might be starting a cologne collection. I might start a cologne
Okay.
collection there. So
All right.
we'll see how far that
Buen
goes. I
dealo.
got one to start.
Okay. That's how I mean, that's what you need.
It only takes one. The domino effect, if you will.
But Dilo, we'll get into some stuff because right before we finished off season 6, we were gearing up to have the release of NCAA 25, the coveted release after 10 long years. It's dropped. We've basically jumped right into an online dynasty, you and I, with 3 other people. And then obviously we have another one where there's 7 of us, which unfortunately is just kind of is just trickling by.
One drip at a time.
Yeah, but we're getting there. And then you and I, we have a couple side ones, so just kind of just be able to fuck around with while we wait for the main ones to go. But it's been fun. It's definitely been nostalgic. It's been a blast to play. Like today, before the game started, I got a couple little just solo ones that I fuck with, and it's just really fun to build up these teams. Recruit your players. You can move into the big conferences and change schedules and play the big dog teams and just kind of make your way through. And it's just been an awesome change of pace from just the same old fucking Madden. I mean, this one this year looks like one of the worst I've ever seen, Matt. I'm not even gonna waste a fucking cent on that. For the longest time, I would just buy it every year because it just like for the collection of it. But now that I don't even buy physical shit anymore, so that's just pointless. I'm not gonna waste my money for that. So
Right.
I'm having too much fun with NCAA. But with that said, there's been a lot of headaches along the way. Still are a few. I mean, you as the one that's running this 5-man that I mentioned, you're going through a few headaches there. But overall, what would you say, man? You fucking with it?
Overall, like you said, nostalgia. Nostalgia for me is a heavy grade. So if you're hitting the nostalgia nerve, you're automatically at a 6 out of 10. Okay. So that's just baseline right off the rip. Now, everything else, I mean, it plays smoother and faster than Madden, as we've been come to know over the years. As far as just, I mean, it might just be a Madden product because we've been dog shitting it for 4 years. But I like the nostalgia of it. As far as a game, I kind of look at it the way they presented it to us, and it's not, hey, this is not the game that's just going to be like Madden, where it's just copy and paste every year. They're looking to add to it. They've been adding to it every month. Every month they have a massive update, whether it's just like little shit like adding new uniform scheme or new uniform combinations, playbooks, designs, updates to overalls, your basic shit. And but at the same time, it seems to add those things, but it causes issues in the more important shit that I've noticed, such as the headaches we've been finding out running these dynasties, where we want to be in these bigger conferences. So we put our smaller 1-star teams into these Big Tens, Pac-12s, SECs, and all that stuff, and or recreating the Pac-12, and you know what I'm saying. But now you're having scheduling conflicts where you can't even schedule. You just have to go off the generated schedule of the FCS schools because they threw those FCS schools in there, which are fake schools. I mean, they're just fake schools that are piss poor, and they're pretty much an easy win, guaranteed W. because they don't have all the FBS schools in the game. That could be going for maybe the next NCAA game or college football game, I should say, as they progress and maybe get clearance from those schools. Hopefully get rid of the FCS schools because, I mean, they're dog shit. And a player gets injured every fucking play. But probably like I would say like an 8.5 out of 10 for sure. It's been one of those games where you can constantly hop on, you can play for hours, and I mean, there's just if you like football, like college football, dude. We've been waiting for it for 11 years. Of course, I'm going to fucking get my life sucked off into that game.
They need to a lot. The fact that there's not cross-platform is crazy. I thought that was going to be like an easy one right there. Because I had some people that wanted to jump in that big 7-man dynasty we got, but they're all PlayStation, so it's just like
And the thing is, it is cross-platform. It's not Dynasty.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. Yeah, for online dynasty, you can play them on like online and shit,
which is weird.
For the most part, except the the fucking losers that do the ultimate team. Most people, online dynasty is the anchor. So it's been fun, man. It's been cool. That's basically all I've been playing, to be honest. I had a game on Black Wukong on PS5 that I've been kind of doing a little bit too, but that fucking shit is so hard. So basically doing the NCAA. Been hasn't gotten stale. It's hasn't gotten old yet. Like I said, if I'm not doing shit with you guys, I'm doing my solo stuff. So just been grinding on it, man. It's been great. Just kind of biding my time until GTA 6, baby.
Yeah, 100%. And it's great to be in those dynasties with a couple buddies and then some familiar faces and such. It sucks that we're so old now. We have so much responsibility and our lives are just getting pulled in different directions, whether it's work, family, those other responsibilities, as I mentioned before. Because we don't, it's not the same, obviously. And then we never expected it to be the same. It's cool that we can still somewhat be in this same dynasty together, and it feels like it's like together and stuff, but in all reality it's really not, because it's not like we're all hopping on and we're knocking out these weeks together and chatting it up and just having a good old time with it. But life, adulthood, stuff we all wanted as kids and now regret and wish we can go back with no responsibility and bills and shit.
Regret's a strong word.
Yeah, regrets. Maybe not the right word, but maybe we should have just, shut our fucking mouths when we were a kid. I can't wait to grow up.
Yeah, I think I'd go back and obviously appreciate what was going on.
Yeah.
And then because knowing what I know, like what I'm going through today, like I can't fathom how my mom did it. That's the thing. Yeah, I'm doing it now. And like we're like same deal. Like no one's going on, like everyone's taken care of, everyone's good here, but like my mom had to do that shit like on her own.
Right.
2 fucking grown ass fucking big ass sons, especially when we're teenagers, just fucking eating away the fucking refrigerator and shit. And just
that shit's crazy.
She did it all her fucking self. It's remarkable. That's one thing. Yeah, it adds appreciation to your parents and stuff on what they did. Now that you kind of know firsthand, which it is things are a little different. Your inflations and stuff. I mean, we're a month away from the big election and shit. So
and houses cost 4 or 5 times as much.
Yeah, but it's been I'm having a good time, but like you said, it's different. We're not 20 years old anymore to where we can grind out a 6-hour night of kind of what we used to do on Madden stuff, man. There was some times like we get back home from fucking Meyer work and shit at 10, 11 o'clock at night, and we're fucking banging out Madden weeks until 4 o'clock in the morning or something. Like obviously that's just not not how it's gonna be, but
Ripping the bong in between
you know,
plays.
even right, we were just talking about like that big league we're in. It's just it kind of it takes a little bit because you got 7 guys, 7 different schedules, several different time zones. Everyone's got kids, all kinds of different jobs,
Yeah.
this, that, and the third. It's just it's not the same, but it's still awesome. And I hope it is EA Sports at the end of the day, but I hope that they can kind of continue to just keep patching things up and getting
Yep.
this thing, to where it needs to go.
And that was the other thing too. It's like when we finally do have that time to all like get together, there's always at least one that has something planned or something going on, or I mean, and not to blame them or anything. I mean, it's like, dude, you get no free time as is, and you want to go fucking do something other than sit on your ass and play a video game. Completely understand.
Yep.
Completely understand it. I mean, free time is like a bar of gold at this age, and this life happens so fast. So it's like live your life, and it's that's the beauty of what do they call it? Ready to advance. Just hit the ready to advance, and it'll automatically advance. It'll be there whenever you're ready.
Yes, Sirski. But Dilo, I want to make, or I want to share some thoughts, and I want to get your thoughts off of my thoughts. Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready to fucking tear it up.
My statement though is, your ice cream parlor, your ice cream joints, your local ice cream joints or whatever, those places, dude. I think they have the best. We'll call it greasy food, or whatever you want to call that kind of food that you can get.
Like
And
a
I
Dairy
say that
Queen?
because, well, not like because are you talking about like the franchise?
Yeah, like an. Are you trying to just put like your
Just
mom
your
and pop
local,
ice cream
like
shop?
there's Mellow Cream by me, Mellow Cream. There's Dairy Depot, like your
Gotcha.
ice cream, Nettie's. I say that because there's Dairy Depot. I bring them up. They're over here in Oregon, Ohio, and on Navarre Avenue. And they have the best chili dogs in the city. And I am so enamored with these fucking things. I just had my first one like a month ago, and I've become so enamored with them. I'm going here almost once a week. They're that good.
Yeah, as
They
long as
are $4 a pop, which sucks ass, but they're fucking incredible.
How much are the dogs though?
That's what it's like $4 a pop.
Oh, for the hot dogs.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I thought you meant for the pop.
No. And like they got fantastic mott sticks. Their French fries are good. They got your typical, because you go to ice cream, they're always gonna have hot dogs, burgers, some kind of chicken, pulled chicken sandwich or shredded chicken sandwich, and then all kinds of your appetizers, your mott sticks, poppers, etc., onion rings, and they got all that shit. I haven't tried anything but the fucking dogs. I got mott sticks once because you always, if there's a place that has mott sticks, I'm fucking getting them. You know what I mean? That's just fried cheese. Yeah, I'm saying yes every time. But yeah, it just had me thinking. Just you go to these places, and realistically, if you're going to an ice cream place, you're going to go there for the ice cream. But since April 8th, have given up candy. I haven't had candy or any sweets. No cookies, no pies, no cheesecakes, ice cream, none of that kind of shit. 6 months. So I'm not going for the ice cream. I'm going for the fucking chili dogs, baby, and I'm having a fucking great time. I'm actually also, you'll be, maybe a little impressed. We'll see. 2 months, no energy drinks.
Really?
Yeah.
I had 3 this week. Plus a pre-workout anytime I go
Now,
work out.
I'm still getting my caffeine, but in different ways. I have a glass of cold brew every day, and that bitch is packed with about 270 millis, so it does what it needs to do.
I'll get the job done.
I didn't really have any reason to stop drinking, but I guess I guess when I stopped, I couldn't tell you before the last like day I didn't have one because I never had more than one because it would just set off fucking anxiety through the roof. You know, because those things pack at least minimum 200 milligrams of caffeine. So you're drinking more than one. That's just fucking crazy. So, but either way, I had one every day for probably, I don't know, man, 6 months straight, maybe, probably longer. One a day.
Yeah, I mean, especially running Chicago, I can relate. Those weeks that I were every day going to Chicago. Like if I see myself going to Chicago for work, that is energy drink, Ghost, going in the lunchbox because I'm gonna need that thing as a break glass on the way home. Now, I don't know if you would consider. Would you consider a scoop of pre-workout as an energy drink? Would that
I mean,
qualify?
doesn't it have caffeine in it?
I mean, yeah, it has caffeine in it, but
Well, I guess so does coffee.
it's usually not like
No,
caffeine what
I
you
don't.
get from pop.
Well, yeah, no. Energy drink to me is like carbonated fucking, 16-ounce whatever.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
was, oh man, I was banging fucking Ghost, Energy, Warhead Watermelon, and Warhead Sour Apple. It was one of those two
Well,
every day.
that's the thing because Ghost is a workout supplement, and I see people drinking and pounding down Ghost in the gym, like the cans. That is. So I'm not
I
sure
just
if
do the
it's.
energy drinks. I don't do the supplement shit.
Uh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though. Like people drink those cans, energy drinks, as a pre-workout.
Yeah, so I mean, there's just so much shit in those, and then obviously with cold brew, it's just fucking coffee and water, so it's just two ingredients. So,
Ain't bad.
I don't think anything because I just got a bunch of blood work done because um that's just what I got to do every 3 to 6 months. I got to check my glucose, A1C and shit, being a diabetic, and then they'll always check like your liver and kidney functions and all that shit's good. You know, cholesterol's good, especially because I started what 9 or 10 weeks ago. I started Ozempic, so down 20 pounds off that, which is pretty fucking great.
Congratulations.
Yeah, took a little bit of a cheat code. Although, I mean, I'm taking it for, type 2. So, a lot of these people out here are taking just for the weight loss part of it. I mean, that is a nice thing to have because it just makes you less hungry. So I'm not just fucking scarfing down, shit. And I'm just kind of being smart. Like, my thing now is those Fairlife protein shakes, just fucking incredible. It's like chocolate milk.
Yeah.
42 grams of protein. Come on. 200, it's like 200, it's like 200 calories, 42 grams of protein. It is like 7 grams of sugar. I wish it was a little bit less there, but I mean, 7 grams in the grand scheme isn't terrible, in a whole day's time. But they're so fucking good, dude. And I kind of just treat that as a meal in itself because fuck that much protein. So,
Yeah, ain't bad.
I just want to implement. I want to start doing some like walks and shit because if I implement that shit on top of doing this, it'll really start fucking shedding off.
You get some steps at work, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, obviously, I'm dressed, especially if I go like Sandusky or something that's 45-hour away. I'm sitting there for a while, but when we get to where we got to go, like, yeah, we're doing some shit. I mean, I'm not getting anything like crazy. Definitely not like, excuse me, 10,000 steps.
Yeah.
Nowhere near that.
Getting my CDL, I've noticed it was great for the bank account, but absolutely dog shit for the health and just time to do anything with health. Because it's just like, I guess if it would be, the tables would be a little bit turned if it was just me. Like if I had the same situation work wise and career wise, and it was just me I had to worry about, and I didn't have to like also spread out my time with like family and all that kind of stuff, then maybe I would have a little bit better time with keeping shit together. But I'm kind of putting on the pounds, getting a little bit of a dad bod. I know Jen has some photos of me back when she first met me, and I'm like, how are you still with me? Got really depressed. And I mean, some people just kind of get down in the dumps about it. But looking at past photos of me and where I was at in my JUI days, damn, dude. I mean, it's kind of a motivator. I mean, I don't know if I could ever get back to that state because just
Right.
it's different. Like testosterone's different, metabolism's different. But one thing I definitely have control of is diet, and that has probably been my Achilles heel. It's like I have a bad problem with, especially on the weekends. You know, my sleep schedule is completely fucked. Where like I'll be staying up all night to try to keep my sleep schedule for the most part, and there's a lot of boredom snacking in there. Just going to the cupboards and seeing what's there. It's like I might not be like hungry. I'm not starving or anything, but I need just something to snack on. So like a little goes a long way when it accumulates over time. And if it wasn't for like my maybe 2 to 3 days that I do get the chance to work out and get the motivation to go, maybe 1 or 2 out of the 3 of those days, I actually get a good workout in. And just that little bit alone is maybe keeping me from getting even worse than what I am now. Well, I might not be worse to other people in some people's eyes, but I guess I just obviously have higher standards for myself, and I'm my own biggest critic. So
Higher standards, lower prices.
higher, yeah, always 211 till you die, 211 or die.
Let's go, baby. You go home or you go home. Period. When are they gonna learn?
I don't think they ever will, and that's the beauty of it, Bobby.
Shout out to Washington for getting the job done, beating fucking shit ass Michigan. I love seeing it. Love it.
The -1.5.
Great day when Michigan and Alabama. I mean, Alabama just blew their whole load, beating Georgia, and then turn around and get beat by Vanderbilt. Crazy. But
That was a
gotta love
letdown
that.
spot.
But it's Alabama, so they'll probably go from 1 to 3 or something stupid because they're Alabama.
Hey, Ohio State goes to 2. Texas 1.
Yeah, they would never fucking let Ohio State jump. Now, if they go to Oregon next week and do their fucking job, then they should. But
yeah, I would say so.
that is going to be a giant game. And I told you, I mean, hopefully they win, or my entire existence during episode 183 will be abysmal and sad.
It want to be over though. Thank God for the 12-man. They still have a shot at the Big Ten championship. It's not a must win, but
they got a hell of a payroll over there in Columbus. So they better fucking, if they're going to buy a championship, they better win the bitch. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean,
they're all that I got this year in football. So
I personally think Oregon is not as good as what they claim to be. But
we'll see. It's tough to play
like
there. We're going there. You know, going to be a little bit of a. I don't know what time they get there, or what day, but you know, there's always going to be a little bit of a jet lag. You know.
Yeah, they'll get there Friday. They'll probably do some walkthroughs and meetings on Friday, and then they'll play 7:30 Saturday. So it'd be 5:30 there. No, 4:30. It'd be 4:30 in Oregon or West Coast.
We love the Buckeyes. So many wins, many wins.
I don't have that, man. I can't do a Trump.
That's all. Like no, that's it. Like it doesn't go any further than that. My impersonation, and it's really not that good, but
better than me. Better than what I could do.
But to kind of round out this episode, because we're kind of keeping it short and sweet, just kind of come on and discuss, you know,
the blueprint,
the change, or I guess the backtrack to you and I, and what went on with that, and then just kind of shoot the shit a little bit. But as far as season 7 goes, the deal locks will be returning. I think we might do a TSP parlay, but we're going to try to figure some stuff out, because obviously with us recording on Saturday nights, you guys won't necessarily follow along. But I think the plan with that is we'll probably post on socials of those plays if we decide to do some stuff that's going to be for Saturday college football or Sunday pro football. And then maybe when we're on the show, we'll do like a Monday night football or something. But we'll see. Obviously, I don't even think. Let me look this up here. There probably isn't even any props for Monday. I bet. Let me see here.
For this Monday Night Football?
Yeah, which is the Chiefs and the Saints. Let me see here. Oh, there is. Okay. So, yeah. So that's probably what we'll do is just kind of keep a lookout on the TSP socials. Sometime on Friday, we'll probably drop some Saturday, / Sunday plays, and then when we come on here, me and Dila will cook up, a little Monday nighter, parlay or some props and stuff, and we'll see how we can do. We didn't do great the first go around, but fuck it, we're gonna keep it rolling, and then possibly once college basketball starts up, our old buddy Al Geisel was talking about maybe trying to do a little 5-minute segment where he pops in with us, share some of his plays, and maybe because people can ride those, fade them, who knows, and see where it goes. Al's
College basketball, you say?
pretty good. He said he wants to get knee deep in that stuff, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll probably talk to him about maybe coming on. He might even have, because he does his football plays too, so he'll probably have some of that shit as well. So keep an eye out on that. Guest wise, we'll there's a lot of people from early seasons I want to bring back for this season. I want to bring back Levi Pagel. Is that the last name, right? Okay, Levi Pagel from season 1. He had a hell of a story. I want to obviously see if there's been any updates on that. That whole thing he was doing with building a bus and shit. Jennifer LaPlante, who is shared an incredible story about how she's been able to travel basically all over the globe, still doing it to this day. I follow her on socials, and it's incredible the stuff she gets to do. We'll of course bring everyone's favorite Alex Trevor on at some point. We got to, he's as much as of TSP as you and I at this point. Joe the Greek, of course, we talk about that. We'll get Joe on a few times. And some other people from seasons past. And kind of do some updates with them, and then while we're always keeping an eye out for some new people. I think Remy the Snack God said he'd like to come back on, and that guy, he's gone through quite a few things in his personal life in the last 3 or 4 months, so he may want to touch on some of that stuff. We'll see, but yeah, I'm not going to be like super uber focused on guests. I'm always going to keep an eye out. But for a while there, I was kind of booking so many weeks ahead, and it kind of would get a little stressful trying to do that, especially trying to find new folks and stuff, or trying to reach out to people maybe with larger audiences and stuff to kind of help us out. And that seems to have kind of bit us in the ass, really. So, as far as them trying to help push us out there to their audiences and whatnot. So, we'll see. We can just bring on our old friends, and we'll have fun talking to them. And people always seem to enjoy their stories and stuff. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. And I think that'll be the route we go. We'll always keep the food content coming in here. I definitely keeping some eyes out on that. I did have, it's not really a review, but I had Funyuns came out with a new flavor, Steakhouse, which is basically like bloomin' onion flavor. Fantastic stuff. So if you see it out there, Funyuns Steakhouse flavor, give them a try. Especially if you like the bloomin' onion from Outback, it's gonna be right up your alley. So, but yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out for different snacks and shit, and D'Lo, we're gonna definitely need some moan and groan reviews. We've been waiting on part 2. It's in the ether. You just gotta let it out.
I mean, bits and parts. Yeah. I mean, I got the parts. Just got to put it together.
Yeah. Was that your George W. Bush? There's a saying from Tennessee. It goes, what the fuck was it? I already
Fool me
forgot.
once. Shame,
Yeah. Shame on
shame
you.
on me. You fooled me twice.
Can't get fooled again.
Can't get fooled again. You completely forgot. Just changed it. I like that version better.
But yeah, so be on the lookout for some moan and groans, and we'll try to plan something out. For a little TSP vlog trip. Me and D'Lo figure something out. Maybe we'll get Joe the Great to tag along. There's a few places we wanted to check out. We tried to set something up with our guy Walt with Michigan Barbecue Addicts in August, and it just didn't happen. So, I think I'm love the guy, but I think that'll probably be the last time I try to set some up there. I've tried a few times and it's just kind of fallen flat. But he's a busy guy, almost 600,000 followers now on TikTok, just absolutely crushing the game. And when you start getting that deep into content creation, I think you just gotta always keep your mind on what the next move is. So I don't really hold any ill will or harbor any bad feelings, but I don't think I'm gonna try to get back with him to try to set something up. If he gets with us, I'm all ears. But
another
that's kinda
TSP
where I'm at
rocket.
with that. Yeah. That's the thing. So we'll see who gets the rocket this year. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean the rocket. We don't choose. The rocket chooses.
Yeah,
Fate.
and D'Lo, I mean, shit. Now we're 18 episodes away. 200 episode. 200th, I should say. 200th episode.
200. Yeah.
That'll be a special moment, man. So that'll be down the line. 18 episodes. That's what, 4.5 months away. So
4.5 months away.
yep.
Fuck, man. It's gonna come quick. It's gonna be quicker than I thought, man. Got the old lady leaving me. She's going across the seas on a deployment. Her first one. Sucks, man. It's gonna suck.
Yeah, you are going to absolutely annihilate your cock.
Calluses.
That might be when, because people have been clamoring for the D'Lo fleshlight reviews. 4.5 months from now, we might be able to get it going.
I'm gonna have to utilize that blur function like you are, and do some live reviews.
Yeah. There we go. All we need to do is just get a little wine in you.
Yeah, that could be a nice moan or groan. Could be both.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There it is. But D'Lo, I think that'll put a cap on 182. Like I said, short and sweet, just to kind of give you guys the rundown of what happened, what's transpired, where we're going. As things change, they stay the same. So same old TSP with the OG2, D'Lo and myself, and we look forward to bring you guys content every week. And I think the mill. What are we doing with the mill?
Yeah, we haven't really decided on that. I mean, if anyone wants to comment on below, if you guys enjoyed the mill, or I was kind of just thinking of maybe tossing the segment, but not really the bones of it, as far as like we normally discuss these things anyways throughout the episode in itself, and instead of just making like a specific around the mill topic we throw at the end of an episode, we just discuss it throughout the episode organically. But I mean, it could just be that, and then keep like the main segments as your D'Lo locks or the TSP parlay, or instead of TSP Talking Shop Podcast, could be Talking Surgical Parlays. Huh? I don't know. It might be onto something there, but a little bit more of a gambling aspect there. We have a gambling segment, but as far as like the updates, which basically that's what Around the Mill was. It was just like kind of like your quick, this is what happened this week, or top news, or kind of like, I don't know, instead of just bullshitting around, we kind of discuss on like maybe some certain topics. But that was always kind of stressful in itself, not really, but kind of thinking of shit, because I'm not really in tune with watching the news or keeping up to date with anything pop culture. There's times that I had to ask Jen, hey, what's going on this week on your end of things? Because she's more into tune with that kind of shit. So there's some times where she gave me some maybe more like pop culture type stuff as far as like a Taylor. She's not into Taylor Swift at all, but she knows like celebrity stuff and whatnot. So if anything happens, then we just talk about it organically is kind of what my thought process was on that, as opposed to making a segment we put at the end of an episode or beginning, whatever happens. So
All right. Well, D'Lo, I got some bets to make. I mean, you know, and some things to set up here. So I think we should bid the audience adieu, and we'll come back next week, 183, a little more structured, and you know, we'll keep at it. So make sure you're following us everywhere at TSP_2019. Like I said, keep an eye out next Friday for our season 7 inaugural plays, NFL/college, and hopefully we can all win some money together.
we'll keep record.
Let's get hot. Let's get hot. Let's get it going. Make sure you like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what I mean? Skull fuck the like button always. R.I.P. Joe the Greek, and we'll catch you down the line, man. D'Lo, you know what time it is.
Yes, sir. Same shit, different season, baby, but a little bit different. We got a new fresh coat of paint on this background, as you guys noticed. Maybe knocking off a little bit of rust on the first episode. We've been off for 3.5 months. So getting a little bit more comfortable behind the mic, kind of figuring out how this shit fucking works on my computer screen, looking at buttons and lights and shit that are blinking at me. I haven't seen in months. Fuck, I haven't turned on my computer in months, actually, to be quite honest with you. Hence that Moans or Groans episode not being published or put out there yet. So now that I wiped the dust off this computer here and put together some of these graphics and whatnot, and got up to speed on how the StreamYard works again, hopefully, you know, we can be smooth sailing from here. Season 7, baby. Like Bobby said, we're going to be getting hot on the bet slips. We're going to be providing some guaranteed locks going forward to profit you. You know, so obviously the 50-30-20 rule. Or yeah, that's right. We're going to make that 100% rule. Okay, put 100% of your money into these locks is what I'm going to say. Right, Bobby?
Yes, Sirski.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll keep record. So from myself and Bobby, we bid you adieu. Have a wonderful week, and we'll catch you for 183 next Monday, baby. Deuces.